Arnold Schwarzenegger on getting what you want in life. When you read anybody's biography who is really successful, one takeaway is almost always the value of hard work. Even Arnold Schwarzenegger says, as one of his life rules, work like hell. But I think there's another piece to it that's even more important, something that you need to do way before you ever take the first step. You see, when Arnold Schwarzenegger was running for governor of California, when he decided to run, he said that he already saw in his mind that he was governor. And it felt so real to him that he already started planning for what he was going to do once he was governor. He did the same thing when he was in bodybuilding competitions. When he finally won, he said that he'd already seen himself on that podium so many times that it felt like it had already happened. And this is a commonality with so many successful people, whether it's in business or movies or sports or almost anyone who achieves greatness in anything they want in life. Kobe Bryant, for example, said the same thing when he won the championship with the Los Angeles Lakers. He said he'd already seen himself winning so many times that he felt like it had already happened. I really love what it says in the Bible. Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. I also love what Andrew Carnegie said, who started Carnegie Steel and was one of the richest men in U.S. history. He said, "I would not give a fig for the young man who does not already see himself the partner or the head of an important firm. Do not rest content for a moment in your thoughts as head clerk or foreman or general manager in any concern, no matter how extensive. Say each to yourself, my place is at the top. Be king in your dreams." Or in the 1800s, when Edwin Barnes wanted to be Thomas Edison's business partner, he showed up on Edison's doorstep and told him exactly what he wanted to do. But that's not what happened. Edison gave him a job working for him. And 5 years passed and he was still just working for Edison. But here's what Napoleon Hill said in his book, Think and Grow Rich. He said, "To everyone except himself, Barnes appeared only another cog in the Edison business wheel. But in his own mind, he was the partner of Edison every minute of the time, from the very day that he first went to work there." He did not say, "I will work there for a few months, and if I get no encouragement, I will quit and get a job somewhere else." He did say, "I will start anywhere. I will do anything Edison tells me to do, but before I am through, I will be his associate." And 5 years later, he was exactly that. What I love about this is it's very different than what most of us do. Most people never really decide what they want, but among those who do, they decide what they want, but they feel like it's something out in the future. And what they're doing is they're just reinforcing the fact that they are where they currently are. But you want your dream to feel so real. You want to see it in your mind so many times. You want to feel like it already exists. All you have to do is materialize it. Now, there are a lot of people who say when you do this, you attract to you the things that you want. But whether you believe in that or not, I think the reason this is so powerful is because when you do that, you feel an excitement to go after what you want. You're going to be propelled to making that happen. And like Robert Fritz says in his book, The Path of Least Resistance, our minds can't handle tension. So when you have something that you already see as real, and at the same time you look around and see what you currently have in your life, that tension has to be resolved. And it can be resolved in only two ways. Either you drop that vision of what you want, or you hold on to it, and where you currently are has to become that vision. So anything you want, think of it this way. It already exists. You already have it. See it in your mind. You just have to materialize it now. Now, I know you could be thinking, wait, this is being delusional. I'm lying to myself. I don't want to live in a different world that's different than the world that I live in. And I think what's important to keep in mind is, first of all, you're not ignoring the world you live in. You fully accept everything around you and the situation you're in. But at the same time, You have that vision of what can be. And you also realize that it already exists because your thoughts are real things. And when it exists in your mind, it already exists. All you have to do now is materialize it. And last thing I want to share with you as far as this goes is ask you, have you ever had a dream that felt so real? A dream where you had something you really wanted and you were enjoying it so much and it just felt like it existed in your life. And then you wake up and think, oh man, it was only just a dream. I don't actually have those things. But when you think about it, wait a minute. In your dream, it felt so real and you actually felt it in your body as already happening. Why can't you do that in real life? I think if you do, you're much more likely to get what you want in this world. It worked for Kobe, it worked for Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's worked for a lot of people who have gotten what they want in this world. Remember, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours.
When you make a choice and say, come hell or high water, I'm going to be this, then you should not be surprised when you are that. It should not be something that feels intoxicating or out of character, because you had seen this moment for so long, you had played in your mind for so long, that when that moment comes, it's like, of course it's here because it's been here the whole time, because it's been up here the whole time. And, that's what it feels like, at least for me.
Los Angeles Lakers have made it 3 straight